once we have our ultimates. Very ulti dependent. And here comes a Barrett.
Ooh.
A Barrett's EXP
XP.
lane from Blacklist International.
Or is it Rome? Well, either way, I kind of like it.
Arasa Season 14?
You know, that's a good question, man, because I was literally thinking the same thing. I don't know if it maybe popped up once in the regular season, but nonetheless, you just don't see him that often. And it is going to be in the XP lane, right? So looks like he's going with the tanky emblem set as well. Typical stuff here, but part of that really is just to go ahead and try to have some catch. You know, you're going to use that Daytona's Welcome with a flicker combination. And if you can catch one of the targets, especially to set things up in your favor, then that's great for Blacklist in the lineup that they have here.
It's not. This is the second or third Barats of the season, and it was debuted at about the same time as we saw Joy pop right back up.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the story of this Jushin pick, right? It's annoying, especially in the early portion of the game. You have to continuously worry about being dragged back with that Lantern Flare, so good poking and good kind of control going on with both the teams right now.
What I like about the draft here in Game 1 is it's clear that these two geniuses, Coach Bonchan, Coach Master the Basics, both leading Blacks International at some point in the past 3 years, they both know each other so well.
They do.
They understand that, all right, you want to fight? Okay, I want to fight too. I know the exact antidote to the poison you're bringing, and
so do the communities.
it seems like a lot of the fans don't understand what Blacklist has done in the past 3 days.
Yeah.
Still, of course, this could just come down to the raw numbers of the Auroras all around the world. But you know what? Renmar said something right. His heart is in the right place, I think. Because Blacklist are playing out of their minds right now.
Yeah, they have. I don't know what happened, and I remember saying this back ago. Hold on, Turtle gonna be secured by MP the King. Initiation.
Whoa!
That's the Daytona's Welcome we were talking about into the RWM as well. Still looking for the kill on Renegade, and in the backside, they're gonna break it on out. MP Infernal Pursuit right on top. A triple Lantern drag from UA goes in for Mora now. Perks and Lord JM. Still going to prep the situation. Edward, though, keeping him at bay. Infernal Pursuit again with wave 2. Look at Edward go.
Abun Jingjing is an angry man. Legend Zero taking it to Blacklist International. And I could have sworn Black was happy with the turtle. And it's not like they had a choice, right? It's not like they could have just ran away and gotten happy with their neutral objective. No. Again, these two teams, their lineup, their drafts, they were made to fight.
It's funny how that went, because before all that, it was calm and collected, you know, some poking here and there, but Lord JM's the one that started up. He's like, nope, here I am. This is the Barretts. And he also just picked up the Thunderbelt.
All right. I'm not so sure if by the time the Barretts reared its collective faces in the league, it's when Thunderbelt was a thing, like the new Thunderbelt, right?
Yeah.
So now you have to consider, you're not just keeping up big guy stacks. You're also keeping up Thunderbelt stacks.
Yep.
So all the more, it's telegraphed. They want to keep fighting.
That's where they're going to shine. And part of that, too, is just allowing, once again, Oheb to get where he needs to be on this Harith pick. We already saw a preview of that. Here's the hard guard. Initiation coming through.
Oh, no.
Once again, Temps Blades trying to get to them before they get to the turret. They're going to be dragged on forward. Couple hits for Haji. And Haji actually survives that.
With just but a sliver of health. He saw his career flash before his eyes as he just gets away with it. Edward going 2v1. Lord JM and MP the King. That's a defensive real-world manipulation if I've ever seen one.
And this is the interesting usage of it that you can get. I mean, Eve's popped up now quite a few times just in the playoffs. So that is a valuable ultimate down also here on the top side. Meanwhile, the Turtle's still going. Domeng and Oheb in that 1v1. Both teams still trying to feel the situation out. Renegade doesn't have the hard guard yet, so they're going to buy some time here.
I think it's a matter of either waiting for NJ and Blacklist saying, MP the King says go, MP the King says go. And of course, UA getting a good chokestun. There you go. Hard guard already off a cooldown. And neither team in position. Oh, they're going to catch one.
When again, hard guard might not be enough to help him out this time. Using the brilliance there to stay alive. Domeg's still going to be fine. They're going to re-engage. Demon Kite checking out the vicinity here. He's going to jump in, looking for perks. Domeng finally goes down. Tempest of Blade's already going to use. Gets enough of the swords too, but he's still looking for more. Demon Kite gets out. 2 fall for Blacklist.
And 1 for Aurora. I mean, sure, it is a key player. That's Domeng, the next standard. They're going to have to need to get some farm on him, expedite the whole process, but this whole delay, this is the second turtle, Joseph. We're looking at the second turtle, and it's been about a minute that they let it stand like that. MP the King is back on the map. So I'm not so sure if this is something Aurora wants to consider even contesting. I think they're letting it go.
Yeah, they have to. Just let this one go. MP grabs that second turtle now. But you can still see Rora, they're going to trade. Like, if they're going to give up that turtle, they can't contest it. They might as well get a turret.
And that's how they repair the early death on to Domeng. And ooh!
Look at this. Edward starting up the fight again. Lord JM caught in a bad place. Won't be able to escape a Demon Kite. And Edward's still going to go ahead, put a little bit of pressure here. Heart Guard held over, but they're happy with that kill.
He spit out the spicy meatball.
The meatball.
He almost got it, and then he saw the Heart Guard and go, oh, never mind.
Never mind.
And I'm in too deep. So that's a punish hard by Aurora, putting them up about 500, 600 gold.
Oh.
And now they're trying to find Oheb.
They're going to fight again. Oheb trying to get out. He's going to get dragged back with the Lantern Flare and perks as well. Won't be able to get away. It's just too much from Rora. Once again, showing the proof, the utility of UA here with the Jushin.
And with the absence of MP the King, DK is going to commit Grand Theft Orange. Blacklist now reeling from that exchange, that assault by Aurora up top. That's going to convert into a tier 1 push. Aurora now approaching 2,000 gold up. In about a minute, there will be a turtle in the upper quarter. Odd how that turret didn't go down.
I was going to say, 1 in.
I think Aurora just let go maybe a second too soon.
It'll eventually go down. I think they're feeling the same way.
Not by Oheb's watch. Look, he's going to stay there.
Again, initiation. Flicker going to be used. Daytona's welcome into the turret. They just grabbed Edward. He didn't have anywhere to go after that one.
Very good use of Perks' Glorious Pathway. I think that was enough to slow down Edward without proccing any Infernal Pursuits. I mean, he was going to die anyways.
Yeah, he's thrown in the turret at that point. Again, Lord JM's been very proactive on utilizing the Flicker with that Daytona's Welcome, and if that's into the Glorious Pathway too, it helps.
He has a Thunderbelt. Again, it's a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if the Flicker will lead to a -1, as mentioned by our analysts in the Infinite Game Tambayan, that's got to be key. You have to stifle Aurora from snowballing out of control. Again, reminder, this is an Angeling lineup. If it goes ham, and if Demon Kite don't get shut down, then you're in room for a very bad late game. Look at this, 5 members of Black. This is the trademark. Ube coming in.
They're going to go for it. MP will get the third one. Heart Guard already used. Disengage right now from Blacklist. Looks like Rora going to disengage himself. So that's 3 for 3 for MP the King with the Turtles here. And like you said, finally this tier 1's going to go down. 1 hit from that minion. But this is it. Here's the re-engage. RW will already dropped down. They're going to throw UA into the air. Once again, that Daytona's Welcome helping out.
I'd reckon that may have been a lapse in communication. I'm not so sure if Aurora, we're all on the same page. Yeah. Are we rotating out? Are we moving up? Are we going elsewhere? Because they all got punished by Haji's real-world manipulation. They were all kept right then and there. And Yue, the least mobile member of Aurora, save for Renege, of course, suffers the loss.
Think how much slow that is, you know, with the real-world manipulation. And then eventually, I'm not sure if Haji has the Ice Queen 1 yet, but even with the Glorious Pathway, like there's so much slow there in Zaman Force, and that's why, you know, Rora, when they were playing with that advantage earlier on, where they were going even under the turrets, whenever they had that Heart Guard and they put the pressure on with a beacon,
it's always awkward.
It's always awkward to fight because then that's literally the counterplay into that death box. And as the game gets longer here, you know, either team really can actually win those team fights.
I'd reckon we're up for an item check in just a jiffy. In a country second, if you know what I'm talking about. Because 30 seconds from now, Lord's going to spawn lower quarter. So we want to know exactly what they're building. Lantern on Haji. So he's dealing massive damage to Edward, massive damage to... I think that's about it. All right?
Because that was a country second.
He's the only one... It is. He's the only one who's really dealing with a lot of HP right now. Demon Kite cornered out of that small camp. Checking out the items here. Nope, no ice cream one just yet, Joseph.
I guess they just have enough slow between all the utility that
It's
their
just,
ultimates
it's just
give.
painful slow.
Yeah. Like Glorious Pathway is probably enough.
Missile expert too.
That's true. You have that. So they have plenty of slow available, and this is where they're going to be able to shine. You know, once the Lord is up here, they decide to give it a go. They'll play into that advantage. Domeng also picking up a big item right now in this Lunox Holy Crystal. But look at this poking just on Edward.
It's difficult for Edward because he has to do so many things. Number one, he has to break the kill box.
Yep.
He has to peel for Aurora. Again, he's the only real frontliner.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's
He's the guy.
You have to, because anybody else is just relying on a hard guard.
Yeah, and he has to find stragglers. So he's a bouncer working a 300 capacity club.
He's working overtime.
And he's one guy.
Just one guy. No, he's that guy. That's why. It's the only one we employ.
He's 3-time MPL champion, world champion.
Yeah.
And he's him. He's Legend Zero. But as a Phoveus, he can only do so much.
He can, and that's why I would say his work is cut out for him. And Edward's been doing that job up to this point. But now you're going to find yourself being that guy for the Lord dance that's going to be started up right now by Blacklist.
How perfect. It's a big club, and the bouncer's checking in. All right, what's going on? What's the commotion? It's just a soft reset. About 3 members of Blacks International tippy-toe into the tango, and Edward is checking in. And I think the call is, all right, fellas, they're not going deep just yet, and here's where Aurora's lineup shines, controlling the map. You can have Renegade just clear in, as slow as it takes for an Angela, but still, a presence is a presence. And then you have the Ling on Demon Kite just jumping around.
Clear those waves with those waves of love, man. Like that's what you're gonna do. Part of this is Demon Kite. He can also kind of help with this, put pressure, but they're just gonna give this one a go. Gonna try to get here on time. Hard guard already gonna be on Demon Kite. Lord's gonna go for the reset. Tempest Blades will be committed. Edward has to flicker out defensively, and they try to fight it in. The Queller is shot, but that Lord will enhance at this point.
Most impressive is Blacklist discipline. You see that green dot on Haji, Joseph? He didn't panic, he didn't press the real manipulation. And now they're in prime position to take the Lord.
They're gonna go for this one full force once again, and MP will be able to grab that Lord. Edward jumps in, Inferno Pursuit, they drag Lord JM back. There's the RWM though, locking them down, trying to cut them off. Edward finally taken out. They go to the safety of the tier 2, but they're dragged back by Yue. And now they collapse down on Haji. A turret won't be enough, says Demon Kite alongside Renegade. It's a wipeout for Rora.
Just too much damage in Aurora's lineup, and they're able to sledgehammer through the base.
And that's all they needed. With the minions and pushing in, Rora will take game number 1.
The Northern Lights, like a flashbang,